So we've spoken a little about China, but we must also speak about Turkey. Turkey is one country where a lot of Indians go. We spend our money there. We enrich Turkey. We help them during that earthquake. And what does Turkey do? It not only gives a lot of military hardware to Pakistan. Apparently, you had Turkish drone operators actively involved in flying those drones during Operation Sindoor. Now, $75 million deal has been inked between Turkey and Pakistan for the modernization of F-16s. This was between 2009 and 14. Another $20 million contract for a Turkish defense company, $80 million deal for the tanker fleet for Pakistan Navy, an MOU worth $350 million for upgrading the Augusta 90B submarines. Almost a $50 million deal for electro-optical targeting systems. So that's the kind of cooperation between Turkey and Pakistan, from helicopters to drones, fighter jets to ships and submarines. A $1.5 billion contract for 4 Millennium corvettes. In fact, one of the corvettes came in just as Operation Sindoor got underway. A $1.5 billion deal for attack helicopters. So Pakistan also operated 3 Bayraktar TB2 UAVs in 2021. Some of the operators, including some of the Yeeha drones that they acquired, the kamikaze drones, they didn't even know how to operate them. Apparently, one set of systems came in just as the war got underway, and Turkish drone operators were using these. Let's also talk about the Chinese military hardware export to Pakistan. As you heard General Rahul Singh there, he very clearly said China, after 2020 Galwan, and this is my interpretation, China realized it's not in China's interest to directly take on India on the northern borders. China starts bleeding there and it's paying a price. So what does it do? China uses the Pakistani route. China wants us engaged with Pakistan either through terrorists or through the Pakistan army, so that majority of the Indian armed forces remain engaged on this front. And then China can modernize, China can build up, so that India is not able to build up to take on China. What is China doing? 140 JF-17 Thunders, each costing about $25 to $30 million. It's given to Pakistan. Incidentally, China does not use the JF-17 Thunders itself. So they are now being manufactured in Pakistan for Pakistan and for Bangladesh and Myanmar and a couple of other countries. But 36 J-10Cs procured in 2022. Now, guided missile frigates it's giving to Pakistan, and apparently worth $1.4 billion. The Hangor class submarines. Then 48 Winglung UCAVs. Now, these are both high altitude medium endurance and high altitude and long endurance drones, each costing about $4 to $6 million each. They've also given them attack helicopters, surface-to-air missiles. The hypersonic missile used by Pakistan was also made by China. So all that military hardware, the PL-15s incidentally, air-to-air missile long range, the latest version. India's assessment was that their missiles, the air-to-air missiles, are about 150, 160 kilometers is the range, but apparently the latest version is 200 kilometers plus. So this is how Operation Sindoor was a live laboratory of Chinese equipment. China's role clearly not limited to just providing military hardware, but the latest information is it extended to ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance effort. Pakistan was in front, but China was providing all possible support. Is it then already a two-front war? Remember, India has been wargaming a two-front war. Is this the first step? Is this that's already happening?